Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol B.A.T. Now before we get into talking about these figures, I want to give a shout out to two creators out there on YouTube. One being Toys Equal Midlife Crisis Squared. Now, he has been talking about the fact of getting an A or a B. Now these guys are A's, and I was able to check that out by listening to what he was saying. And there is a number on the bottom of your box, and it is right there. See, it ends with an A. Both of my bats end with an A. If it ends with a B, they're made lighter, they're gummy. So just check that out to see what you got, because he has been putting that to the test and noticing that he's getting two different figures, an A and a B. And to me, that's great knowledge to have. So if you haven't gone and checked him out, go give him a look-see. Now the other one is Big Gamer 9000. This guy is putting up great work. He does video games. Go check him out. Want to give him a quick shout out. Guy does great work. Awesome. So if you haven't checked him out, go check him out. Now with that being said, let's get into taking a look at these Python Patrol bats. Now, if you guys excuse me, do recall, Python Patrol originated in the Dragonfire series. Now, the only reason why I remember that from back in the day was because Slaughterhouse, if you have not seen that guy, go visit him and you can find some great G.I. Joe content over there. Now, as far as him putting up the Dragonfire movie, I was like, oh man, I forgot all about this. Well, that was awesome to watch because it brought back a whole lot of stuff to my memory and reminded me and how this actually started. Now, I remember these guys from back in the day, the Python Patrol. Not so much as the Python Patrol bats, but Python Patrol. Now, remember Cobra Commander got turned into that snake in the G.I. Joe movie by Cobra Law, by Colobulus, right? But at the end of that movie, Cobra Commander was still around. You don't know what happens to Pentor. So Pentor comes back. He's got different color armor on. So that's where you get the different variant later on in the toy. But also, when Cobra Commander gets turned back into almost his human form from Naugahyde and the Baroness by using the Dragonfire, they put him in that silver dive suit that he had, that Copperhead gave him, that he had still on his boat. So, yeah, I think it was called the, what was it called? I can't remember what the name of his boat was. But anyway, without rambling, Cobra Commander is the one that created the Python Patrol. And the cool thing about it was that series also, that little Dragonfire movie, also introduced the Alley Viper. And yeah, then they took Serpentor in that movie and they fused him with Naugahyde's pet lizard, right? So if it wasn't for Cobra Commander, you would not have the Python Patrol. Now that I've gone off and rambled about that, let's get into taking a look at these guys' accessories. Now, taking a look at the chest plate. Now, the chest plate on this guy is really cool. And you know, the one in the back, I know I had the chest plate on him. But look at the great detail of that Python Patrol insignia on him, along with the red lines going through, that graded look. Wonderfully done, beautifully done. Next, you have his backpack, and the only difference is it's the same as the original, but it just has a little bit of red right here on the hoses. Here's his weapons for his hands, except for this one here is the only thing. The difference with this is that it's more of a silver, more of like a gunmetal look. And then you have his handgun, and it's great. They just put a little bit of yellow on the back of the pistol grip. Okay, so let's get into taking a look at this figure. Now, I'm not going to really go over a whole lot of the articulation because we already know what they do. But I love the way they did the red in the face, along with the yellow on the side of the black of the head. I love the way they did some of the red right here in the actual chest. And they put the yellow Cobra insignia along with the yellow straps and his, holster. And he's got his black and yellow boots down here. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I like the way they did the maroon top of the body, the black, and then the gray pants. It's the same buck, but you have a different droid. I mean, you just do. And mine on this one, regardless if it's an A or whatever, yeah, there's that yellow smudge. It's like somebody had it on their thumb and they smudged it. But that's okay. It doesn't bother me that much. I'm just showing that off. So it doesn't matter A, B. What matters is, when it comes to the A and B, is the fact of the gumminess and how the joints actually work. Paint is paint. All right, so what I'm going to do here, instead of talking about this, on how to get these guys, how they articulate, since we already know, let's get these guys into a couple, action poses, and then we'll end this review. All right, so I understand I didn't go through all the articulation and everything else and stuff like that, but we've seen it before. We know what, the articulation of these figures, especially the bats, what they can do. So that's why I figured I'd put them in a few poses. That way you guys can, just get a look at that. Well, anyway, the point being is, look, that's great, because now not only do you have the regular bats, but you also have the Python Patrol bats. Next, we're going to have the Crimson bats. So you have different factions for these guys. What I am a little disappointed in, because the Crimson bats, they actually come with the alternate head, the broken head, and the busted up chest plate, just like the regular one does. But this one doesn't. This one only comes with the regular head, regular faceplate, and then the weapons. So, I mean, it's like, look, you're paying the same price, but you're getting less. Even though they may be Target exclusives. Now, I didn't have a hard time on getting these guys the way I did with Outback. Outback, I literally had to call into Target and tell them they need to ship it, because enough is enough with this. Oh, you gotta, they keep pushing it back. Nonsense. It was supposed to be out in July. Same thing with these guys. They pushed them back. Here we go. I don't know what the deal is between Hasbro and Target and what they're doing. And personally, it's like, look, man, you guys are the ones that are gonna run it into the ground, not us fans. But anyway, I'm not gonna get onto that tangent. I'm just saying, I didn't have a hard time acquiring these guys like I did Outback. Now, as far as what you have with these guys, yes, you have beautiful paint sculpts on them. Yes, you have a different faction. But at the end of the day, it's just the same buck, different paint. I bought them because I wanted the Python Patrol bats. Am I going to get the Crimson bats? We'll see. I'm not pre-ordering them right now. Maybe later on down the road I'll pick them up. I don't know. But as far as these guys, am I happy with them? Yes. Are they a great addition to your collection? Yes, especially if you just want to buy them because you want to buy them, because it's extra added to the cannon fodder, or the just the simple fact that you will have Cobra Commander with his people against Serpentor and his people, or they are all together and Cobra Commander runs one side. However you want to do it. But is it worth paying the same price that you had to pay for the original bat and the Crimson bat, and you get one less head and one less chest plate? I mean, is it that big of a deal? Because you can only have one on at a time, right? Should you have paid less? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, hey, if you weren't gonna put in the alternate head, you could put in an alternate weapon, something, to make up for that stuff. But they didn't. Is it that big of a deal? Maybe to some, maybe not to others. It's not a big deal to me. I'm just pointing it out. But anyway, look, Hasbro has put another good product. Yes, they already had the bucks made, yes. But the thing is what they're throwing out. Now, what I'd like to see, instead of getting another set of bats, would I like to see some more characters? Absolutely, like Colobulus, Nemesis Enforcer, Pythona, Quick Kick, Alpine. I mean, you know, that's just the Dreadnoks themselves. I mean, hey, that would be great. That would be great. Instead of getting another Storm Shadow or another Snake Eyes or another Cobra Commander or another Bat. Like I said, I'm not complaining, but I would like to see some other characters as well. So I know they've just came out with a few others. Jinx, I would like to see Jinx. Tunnel Rat. You know, I would like to see, there's just a whole lot. Junkyard Mutt. You know, guys that we have not seen. That's what I would like to see starting to hit this line. The fact that, I don't know what they're doing. Taking their time, doing whatever they want to do, however they're doing it. Some of these figures are hard to acquire. Why it's, you know, they're making it that way is beyond me. But, you know what? Hey, what can I say? Before I end this review, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, new, old, existings, and subscribers that have left. Thank you, because I thank the ones that have left, not because they left, but because they took the time at one point to show love to this channel, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful to the people who have stayed since the beginning, and to the new people that have just come in. Thank you. And if you are new to this channel, please like, subscribe, share, and as always, leave a comment down below. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that I'm putting up. And yeah, I mean, look, we're growing little by little, more by more, you know, a little more and more each day. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I said, if we hit 4,000 subscribers, I will do a giveaway, like I mentioned in the dragon drawing. So if you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. That was a request from one of the viewers for me to do some artwork, so I did. And so guys, please go check it out. Share it to your friends and family. It's actually a cool little video, especially if you have people that like to draw. And very special thanks to, like I said, to the people in the beginning. Big Gamer 9000, thank you so much. And you know, I have the hardest time saying his thing, because every time I do, I just want to keep thinking E equals MC square, but it is Toys Midlife Crisis equals square. So yes, and if I messed it up, I apologize. I have a tendency of doing that sometimes, but I'm very thankful to both of those guys and to everybody else. Thank you so much for showing love and support to this channel. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't have any comparisons on these guys, for these guys, because, you know, they came in and I've been pretty busy with doing stuff around here, you know, around the house and stuff. So I do apologize. You know, everything's kind of put away and I haven't pulled anything out for it. But that's why I have the two together. Plus, we already know what the bats are about. If you get your chance to get your hands on these guys, you're going to be happy that you did. Hasbro did an awesome job with them, regardless if, you know, it's the same character, just different color. I don't care. As you see, I picked them up for my collection. But anyway, enough of my rambling, guys. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and whoever does not celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. And with that being said, I'm out of here, so I will catch you all on the flippity flip.